you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful.
Wait, who's the white guy you put on him?
I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comeback when he says,
what the? This guy was crazy. What the? Finally, I'm going to get into this video, Larry Bird's trash talk stories. This should be really, really interesting. You guys, as you guys know, I've been checking out Larry Bird. You know, I've checked a couple of videos about Larry Bird. Check out my basketball playlist if you have not checked it out already. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not subscribed already, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Let's get right into it.
so we playing them in the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there that corner. He said, they're going to set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out. He said, I'm going to curl right over. And he's telling us to play. He's telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, I'm going to go right over to that corner, and I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out, the man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three.
What the hell?
It's like, are you effing kidding me?
Go to shake his hand. I'm a rookie. I'm playing against the Boston Celtics in the Boston
Dominic
Garden.
Wilkins.
Go shake. And Larry put both hands behind his back. He wouldn't shake my hand. I said, okay, he's just getting into the game. First play of the game, he said, you don't even belong in this league, Holmes. And he shoots a three.
What?
Now, I wasn't mad.
Wait. That doesn't sound like something that Bird would say. What? Is that not what black people say? That is not I think that is something that hood black people say, not just black people. Hood, according to Chris Rock, niggas. Jeez. This guy sounds like from what I even used to hear, I think it's not even something that like suburban black people say. That this is like a hood slang, like homes, car, things like that, right? How anyway, what the hell?
That he made the three. But I said, there's something, this called me Holmes.
What did I just say? What did I say?
And he came down and did it again, so I'm pissed, you know. So the next time down, see me on the breakneck pitch, and I jump up and I throw it down on him. I mean, he fouls me. And he said, hey, Rook, I like you. You got hot. He said, but I'm still getting 30 on your ass.
What the hell?
I mean, that's who he was. But that was the only time he ever talked trash to me, because he respected me, because he knew that I was going to keep coming. That really taught me something, you know. If you wasn't prepared to play against guys like that, you got embarrassed.
I always tell this story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful.
Wait, who's the white guy you put on him?
I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comeback when he says, it's disrespectful.
What the? This guy was crazy. What the? Whoa. What the? This is something a black person would say, right? Like the stereotype that white people are not athletic and all that stuff. I think there are a lot of white people that are very athletic. But stereotypes exist for a reason, though. Anyway, like this guy just Bert said, putting a white guy on me, and the way Charles Barkley actually built that up, like, and I'm picturing Bert saying that, like building it up like that. You guys are really disrespecting me. Then maybe people will be like, what do you mean by that? I mean, we respect you. You're Larry Bird. And it's like, he puts a white guy on me.
white guy you put on him?
I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comeback when he says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me. And I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing in the middle of a game.
On Larry Bird and said, take a look at that. And Bird just came right back and hit three-pointers in a row, and just basically said to him, and we all heard it, that you're out of your league.
Or he'd say, Danny, give me the ball, or DJ, give me the ball. I got this guy in the torture chamber down here.
What the hell?
Why the guy was standing right there listening to him say it.
The ball went to Larry, and Isaiah was all out of whack. He had the ball at three-point range. He goes, hey, who's guarding me? Everybody looked around. He just stood there, held the ball, and Isaiah said, he ran out there and just shot it, three-pointer. Too late.
Was the originator of getting in your face and talking trash. And then you sit there and you go, this guy up in my face talking noise. He ain't that fast, he's slow, but he knew how to aggravate you, agitate you enough to get you out of your game.
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, you can't stop me. And I looked at him and I said, gosh, boy, you're so confident. He goes, confident? You're a rookie. You don't know anything. He proceeded to score like 10 straight points on me. The coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
I can remember this one.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out at Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump. And as I go by, him. He tells me, he says, fly, Bird.
What?
And I go right by him. He shoots the ball. It's nothing but my
Larry Bird was a pain in the neck. Anytime we had a chance to win, Larry Bird changed that.
Larry Bird.
Whoa! There was a certain confidence you had because, if you ever got in trouble, give the ball to Larry and get out of his way, and he'd deliver.
The double team and Bird. Larry, fake, fall away.
Do you remember? Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. Yeah, that was a tough night, man. The biggest argument that night is, you only scored 6 on me.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
Yeah, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says, left side across the three, and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling. He fell in the bench.
Oh, yeah.
And he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And so it was a bad night.
When Larry got on the roll, started shooting the ball, every shot was going in.
Goodbye, she's gone.
I guess the two-pointer was too close.
When he ran by the bench, he goes, that's a heat check. Just see how hot I am. He runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked down at the bench and goes, no.
He'll look at you like, hey, what you doing out here? You better call somebody else. I even heard him tell the coach, hey, look, coach, you better get somebody else out here to guard me because I'm killing this guy.
In last year's playoffs, Person was out to make Bird eat his words while adding a few choice comments of his own.
Chuck Person, he definitely has his reputation. During the playoffs, he just went AWOL, and he just went to work.
You can see Gilson playing a little Bird giving it back to him kind. Chuck Person can talk some trash to Larry Bird now. He scored the last 16 points.
Chuck and Larry down low, greeting one another once again.
Bird, he has caught fire. Person and had something to say afterwards. And look at Bird. Person didn't dare look at him.
Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while and we've always had run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
Bird's ability to get the final word has made for many a magic moment. And this week, we relive a game when Larry was in rare form and Xavier McDaniel was eager to lend an ear.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball, no shot clock.
They called a timeout. He said, I'm going to get it. And I said, I know, I'm going to be waiting.
And during the timeout, I'm going through a play, and I said, all right, this is what I'm going to run. All right, then as you get the ball, you go over here, and you pass to Kevin, then you go to the corner, and Robert, you come over. Then about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way. Well, after the timeout, we walk back on the court, and Larry's going down to his position, so he tells Xavier, I'm getting the ball.
And he said, I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna shoot it right in your face.
10 seconds. 5 and Bird has the basketball.
Whoa.
Look out.
That is so cool.
And you know, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. I go back to the left sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird just...
Oh man, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. Oh God, that is crazy. That is fucking crazy. Like, my main point is, if you see this guy, you wouldn't know that he would be like this. Like, you would not even expect it. When I started following the NBA, and I knew about Larry Bird before I watched any of his highlights or started watching all these things like I'm watching on my channel, I would have never imagined that it was like this. So it's the way he looks that makes this thing so amazing to me, because if it was some, rough looking, guy, that kind of, the kind of person I'm talking to, that the kind of picture I'm trying to paint here. That kind of person, you could expect it. Not this guy. Smart.
Larry was complaining to the refs, and I was complaining to the refs, and the next time down the court, he got in my face.
I was up 38-6. That's how I summarize it.
The 84 Olympic team was playing an exhibition game against a bunch of pros, including Larry Bird, and they were in the warm-ups. And a ball bounced down from the college end of the court to the pro end. And Michael Jordan went down to chase it. The ball happened to be picked up by Larry Bird. And Michael went up a few feet away from Larry Bird and held out his hands. And Bird took the ball and fired it back down the court over Jordan's head, as if to say, you're not only not getting this ball, I don't give a damn who you are. Larry Bird knows exactly who this guy is and what's going to happen in the next few years. And he wants to get every edge he can get right now.
I got a pull hamstring.
Wow. That is
so I'm not playing tonight. He walks down to me. Man, I'm sorry you're not playing. But he said, I'm going to tell you what. Since you're here, I'm going to put a show on for you. So you just sit back and watch, okay? And I'm like, man, get out of my face, man. I want to hear that. That's Celtics and the Lakers. Every time he hit one, he look at me.
I remember we were playing Washington in Washington one night, and Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot, but KC called timeout.
It won't count. It does not count. Boston had called a timeout.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
He looks at the bench and says, hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot, and I'm going to kick it in.
He told Washington, I'm going to get the ball.
2 seconds left. The Bullets by 1. James to Bird.
Wow.
Shot in the Celtics winner.
It's crazy.
Boy, this is something else. Incredible. Bird wins it at the buzzer.
Wow, this guy was crazy, man. This guy was really crazy. All this thing just really, really shocks me, because he doesn't have the look of this kind of person. But I guess being like that is better. People don't really expect you to be like that, and you are like that. I think that is a better way to live life than when everything is right in front of everybody, and everybody knows how you're supposed to do. But in this situation, is the white guy. That white guy thing is just making me laugh. Like the fact that he's a white guy and said that stuff. If it was a black guy that said it, whatever. Someone could even say it's a racist comment. But he's a white guy, and he said that. Oh man, that is crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. I really appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.